Type beats is a rapidly growing industry with some of the top producers getting millions and millions of views. Meanwhile, most producers are stuck at just a couple hundred. Are the top producers hiding something from us that we don't know? Is it just luck? Is it just skill? Well, recently I was able to accomplish something which I never thought I would, to be honest. And that is that I got a beat with 1 million views. Almost, not yet. Okay, y'all can stop clowning me. At the time of recording, it's at 980. Maybe it'll be at 1 mil when this drops. Who fucking knows? I just wanted to get the video done. But yeah, we fucking made it. 1 million on a single beat, and I don't think it was luck. You know, maybe the fact that it went that crazy is luck, but the way I've been able to grow my channel and still keep longevity in it is what I think is skill. So today I'm gonna break down the phases of my type beat channel, how I went from nothing to getting a little bit of traction, getting that beat with 1 million views, and then building off of that beat. So it wasn't just growing a beat channel, blowing up one beat, and then everything dies. It's growing a beat channel, you blow up and it stays up. If you're wondering why I'm outside, I recorded this entire video. Audio didn't record. I was fucking pissed, and I didn't want to set up the whole thing again because I already took it down. So yeah, we're outside today. I remember back in my early days, I would see these producers get millions of views, and it kind of just, it pissed me off more than anything. Because like, why am I stuck at 200 and all these other producers are stuck at 200? I'm not going to do like the big story time like I usually do, but fast forward a few years, now present day, I spent years studying the type beat game, figured it out, cracked the code. Now I kind of understand how it works, and that's what I'm going to teach you in this video. But if you are still feeling stuck in your producing journey, you want to start making money as quickly as possible, you can work with me. Click the first link in the description below. It's a short video you can watch there. Now let's get into it. Okay, we got the whiteboard pulled up. So there's kind of 3 main phases of a type beat channel, and this is what you need to understand if you want to go viral. Phase 1 is really where you just establish your niche. I'm sure you have something in mind, but yeah, you want to establish your niche right here. Jesus, that is bad handwriting. But yeah, you just want to establish your niche in phase 1. There's not much else to say. Basically, you're just going to post. I like to post daily, but post consistently in the beginning. That's literally the best advice I could give you. And start to see how things do, you know. I pretty much knew ASAP Rocky was a good niche going into it. So that's why I strictly went ASAP Rocky. But maybe you're not sure. So, you know, maybe you try out a few different keywords, and this is what your analytics are going to look like in the beginning. You're going to get like 1 view a day or something. It's going to be very shit. You know, you're not going to make much progress at all. But eventually, you know, whether it takes a month or 2, something's gonna pop off. For me, it took a couple weeks to get my first upload with over 100 views on the channel, and that kind of initiates, I don't know, phase 1.5. You're kind of in between the two now, because you're getting a feel for what's doing well, and you just want to do more of that. So now instead of constantly being down here, you're kind of up here more. And there's not much advice to give in phase 1, and I know this is where 99% of you are, but it really is just keep experimenting with different sounds. Try and stick to your main keyword if you have a sound in mind already. Like, you know, try out different stuff within that niche and see where there's kind of a gap in the market. Study the top creators, and once you find that thing, eventually something is going to start to pop off a bit, and that initiates phase 2 right here. This right here hit a ASAP Rocky type beat 7 months ago. It's about a month into my new channel, so I did 30 days straight pretty much of no growth, like just looking like that. There was little humps of where like something did a little bit good, and then yeah, it pretty much did shit until this hit a beat. Was my first beat to get over 1,000 views in the channel. Finally looking pretty good. So, you know, the graph was looking shit, and then something just began to pop off. Now what happens here is most people just lose all the hype, so you're just all the way down here back to where you started, and that's shit. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to capitalize off this. So I saw this beat doing well, and I listened back to it. I was like, why did it do so well? Was it the structure? What was it? So what I did was I noticed it was a piano beat. It started with like a 4 count, and yeah, and then I made another beat similar to that called Shooter. Followed the 4 count, followed the piano pattern, and guess what? It fucking blew up. And that's simply how you get viral beats. You study the top people in the market. You get your good keyword, which you establish in phase 1. Phase 2 stuff starts to do good. You're starting to find your sound within the niche. Capitalize off that, and that's when stuff is going to just continue to go up. You know, maybe you won't get 1 million views off rip, but if you continue to do what works well, stuff's going to blow up sooner or later. And this works for any keyword, right? Just phase 1, establish the keyword that you want to go in. Phase 2, stuff's going to start to do well. You capitalize off that. What happens is most people, they have like their little blow up, and then you listen to their new beats and it sounds nothing like the one that blows up, so that's why they just go back down to nothing. But even when you do blow up, and even when you do capitalize off of it, sometimes it ends up happening again, which brings me to phase 3? How do you avoid that? How do you actually build longevity after you get a viral beat? Well, a good hack for this, depending on how viral it goes, you can literally just make a part 2. This is something I've seen a lot of producers do. I made Shoot It 2, easy 80K. But that's not the only way to do. You don't want to just make part 2, 3, 4, 5 forever. What you need to do now, and this is very hard to pull off, you need to be able to innovate. You can't just do ASAP Rocky beats for the rest of the time. I know that's like the best advice on YouTube that everybody says is like stick to one keyword, stick to one main niche, but eventually even that runs out. And I know a lot of people are going to take that out of context. So I want to say in the beginning, I still am a big fan of just sticking to your one keyword. But once you have some success and then once you capitalize off that success, after a while, people are going to start to lose hype. So that's why you have to switch it up. So that initiates phase 3. Whenever you feel like the views are starting to get a little bit low, that's when you think like, what else can I do with this sound? How can I capitalize off of it? Is there some different sounds that this artist uses? Is there something else I can try to be a little more unique? Is there similar artists? And I notice a lot of people pair Tyler and ASAP together. Maybe the beats don't necessarily sound the same, but they pair them together. And I noticed a lot of people weren't doing it, but they were getting pretty decent views. They were being searched for. So I was like, I'm going to try and branch out into this and see how it works. I personally think I make some of the best Tyler beats on all of YouTube, and my first ever one got 200,000 views. So, phase 3 is looking like this, like we blew up. And instead of things dying, I switched sounds and bam, we blew up. So now I have 2 things blowing up. I'm blowing up in Tyler the Creator beats and ASAP Rocky beats. So now it's kind of just like you just kind of keep going back and forth from phase 2 to phase 3 because, okay, we establish our niche. We then capitalize off of what did well. Then phase 3, we transitioned into something new. But that brings us back into phase 2. Like now we're blowing up off of the stuff from phase 3. We're blowing up off the Tyler beats. Now we start innovating with the Tyler beats, start doing new stuff with those, start capitalizing off of those. And eventually even that dies down. So then you're back into phase 3 where, okay, now what's kind of similar to Tyler? What's kind of similar to ASAP? And that's kind of where I'm at now because I'll be, if you want me to be completely honest, like for the past few months, my channel's been actually it's been slowing down a bit. And maybe that's just because some of the bigger beats, like this one's dying down, this one's dying down, I sold it. But yeah, I'm in the position right now. I'm always going to be very honest on this channel. I'm in the position right now where I'm trying to figure out what the next move is. So yeah, I see tons of channels where they have one beat, maybe it gets 1, 2, 300,000 views, but nothing else does good at all. And that's because of this. If you follow this framework, then I guarantee you can get great results with your type beat channel. Just a quick one today. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to work with me one-on-one, get those results as fast as possible, click the first link in the description below. Click here to watch another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.